Hello and welcome to another IELTS essay correction video. The question is, some people think that rest and sleep are the best methods to relax, while others think that it can be done by involving in some activities like sports. Do you agree or disagree, and give your view? Now you will find another video on essay correction of this topic. Another student had sent me an answer on the same question, and you can find that student's answer over here. Now this video is different from the previous one. The purpose of this video is to highlight the student's mistakes, discuss with the global audience, and help everyone learn what exactly she did wrong, what she did right. There were a few things which were wrong. We'll come to them, but there are a few things which she did really good, which were right. And the best thing that she did right was the structure. What is structure? Structure is basically the way in which you organize your content. That's the organization of content. The way in which you organize the content. And if the content is organized, it is easier to understand, answer, and that increases your band score, because written answers are basically a form of communication. Communication is done through organization of content. So let us first discuss how well she has organized the answer. Then we'll come to some of the mistakes. If you go to the introduction, now I will not be reading introduction for this video, but if you go to the introduction, she has written a very nice general opening sentence which closely aligns to the core of the essay, that is the need for relaxation. So basically the question is that there are ways to relax. These can be rest and sleep on one hand and activities on the other. So the core is the need to relax, and she has done really well, a good job in relaxation, writing a sentence of relaxation. So the opening sentence is nice. The following sentence, the next sentence is this one is on both. What is the need for rest and sleep? How does it help people? And what is the need for activities like sports? How does it help in relaxation? So both are mentioned over here in the second sentence with reasons. So how exactly does sleep and resting help? And that is mentioned over here because it helps in rejuvenating the mind and improving physical and mental health. Now then she mentions, what is the need for sports? How does sports help in de-stressing? It's a better way to de-stress, improves fitness, and makes a person feel happy. So this is another good sentence. She has touched both the issues and mentioned the reasons. This is nice. She has mentioned the reasons. Now some of you may think, what is the need to mention reasons for both? This is evident from her agreement over here. What is her views? A balance between sleep and sports activities is needed to maintain a sound body and mind. So she is basically talking about a balance between the two approaches. Now, since she's talking about balance, there is a need to discuss both of them. If she had taken just one side, okay, rest and sleep are important, then it would have been better only to mention over here rest and sleep, not the sports activities. Now, since she's talking about balance, she'll be discussing both these 1 and 2 in the body paragraphs. So that's why it is important to discuss both of them. Now, having understood that the opening sentence is nice, she has mentioned the reasons supporting both arguments, and that is important because she is supporting both arguments, and she has mentioned her opinion as well over here. Now, it is important that we should move to body paragraph 1. So what should the body paragraph 1 be? The body paragraph 1 should be on rest and sleep, since this is the first one she has picked. And within rest and sleep, the first sentence should be the idea 1, and the second and following sentences should be the explanation of the idea. Explanation of idea 1, along with, if possible, an example. So let us go through this paragraph and see whether she has followed the right structure. Now, if we go through the first sentence, undoubtedly to deal with stress, it is important to repose or take a nap. Now, this is the idea, and she has clearly stated that it is important to take a nap to reduce stress in your body. That is, in other words, to relax. Thereafter, from the second sentence onwards till the last one, she has very well explained why it is important to take a nap. So, this is what an ideal explanation should be, and she has given various reasons along with an example. Okay, let us go through them. The first one is that after a long, tiresome day, individual may be in state of doing anything, not in a state of doing anything, and needs rest. So this is an explanation of, and this is basically an elaboration of the previous sentence. So she's taking some time to come to the point. The point is that it helps recharge for the next day and refreshes mind and repairs body. So this is what an explanation is like, that this is really a good job. And then she has given another point using moreover. So what's the other point? That it helps in cognitive development. So there are reasons, and she has given the reasons with one sentence which is an elaboration of the idea. Now, for example, she has created a good example. A good example is one which closely conforms to the topic. That is, this example should be closely related to need for rest and sleep in overall development, in relaxing, in fact, and there should be some names. So she has used Harvard Psychologist 2015, 40%, depression, anxiety, and then the 5 hours a day sleep, 28%. So she has used a lot of data to support her viewpoint. And the entire viewpoint is built around need for sleep and rest. Okay, so how should an ideal example be built? So if this is your idea, there should be data around it. Now this is data. Now, if at the core is your idea and you are constructing data around it, this is data. This is called an example, data or facts. Now, remember, if you're missing any one element, that's not an example. So if you're just mentioning the idea, explaining the idea, that's a journal statement. This is idea, explanation. These are journal statements. Example is that idea, and there should be data built around it. Now let us come to the body paragraph 2. Yeah, this is better. Body paragraph 2. What should body paragraph 2 be about? It should be about need for physical activities or physical activities. The second idea. So again, the opening sentence should be on idea 2. Then there should be an explanation, and if possible, an example. So she has already given one example. Sorry. She's already given one example. There is, of course, no need. If she gives another example, that will be beneficial. Now, let us go through this paragraph structure. Has she clearly followed it? Her first sentence is, on the other hand, now this is a good connecting device that helps in transforming, or just helps in smooth transition from previous paragraph to the next paragraph. Engaging in various sports activities will also help to keep relaxed and fit, or to stay relaxed and fit instead of keep, to stay relaxed and fit. So this is the idea, and she has written it in one sentence. Thereafter, this is an explanation of the idea. What exactly do you do to stay fit? Playing sports, going to a gym, taking a brisk walk, some physical activities that trigger brain chemicals. Now, this is really nice. She's not only given examples of physical activities beyond sports, of course, she has also mentioned the reasons how sports activities help. So they trigger certain brain chemicals that make you feel happier and relaxed. Then she has moved to team sports and the benefits of that, and connecting with teammates and friends. And this is a good explanation. Then she's given an example. For instance, a study done by international sports scientists. This is a name, which is nice, data or facts, and she has built it around some stress hormones and that keeps stimulates the body and some names. So basically, again, she has implemented this thing, the idea, and there is data around the idea. So this is again very well structured. The conclusion is also nice. However, this answer suffers from certain issues, and these are mostly grammar related issues. So, what exactly are they? The first issue is that she has made a number of mistakes in subject verb disagreement or in subject pronoun disagreement. So, for instance, she uses improves over here. It should be improve. Okay, so for instance, the sentence is many people argue that sleeping and resting are the best way to relax since it. Now, it is wrong because she has used sleeping and resting are the best ways. So this becomes plural. So she should have used they instead of it. So this is the subject pronoun disagreement. Then instead of rejuvenate, she has used rejuvenate. This is wrong and this is wrong. Similarly, you will find a number of similar mistakes. Let us go to another one. Yeah, over here. After a long this sentence, after a long tiresome day at a workplace, an individual. So the subject is an individual, a singular. Okay, this is a tense mistake and may not be in a state of doing anything an hour. Now you cannot move. You cannot use this pronoun to refer to an individual. So the right reference is his body. Okay, his body and mind demand rest. So these are two things. It is what is demanding rest is not his, but it is body and mind. These are two separate things, so they demand rest. So one is as a subject pronoun disagreement. The other is the subject verb disagreement. You will find some similar mistakes over here. Another is use of compound words. She has used fast-paced as separately. Similarly, at the bottom of the essay, she has used over here in the conclusion work-related as separately. So these are actually compound words that need to be used together. There are a number of comma mistakes. For instance, a comma after moreover, you should always use a comma over here. Similarly, comma after however. There are other commas as well. For instance, need for Oxford comma. It was somewhere over here. So there was a need for an Oxford comma. Yeah, here. This one. Okay. There was a need for an Oxford comma over here to reduce the confusion of and a number of other commas as well. So there are punctuation problems, and then there are some sentence simple tense, past tense to no, she's using the wrong tenses. She's used past continuous over here and should have been simple past tense. So there are some tense related issues here as well as what was one more? Yeah, here. Okay, so there are some word-related issues as well, which as the student should have avoided. Okay, I hope that you like this video and just subscribe to the channel below. And if you really like it, subscribe to the website as well. You can follow it on WordPress. Thank you for watching and keep coming back for exciting new videos.